The Albanese Labor government is in a shambles. No one knows what they're on about, least of all themselves. Treasurer Jim Chalmers floated negative gearing and capital gains tax changes as a thought bubble, a dead cat dropped on the Prime Minister's desk. Then he headed off to China, leaving the Prime Minister to explain. Anthony Albanese yesterday said the public service might be looking at options, but today he said he had no plans to make changes. But still, he wouldn't rule it out. He sounds a little confused and testy.
If we go to the current issue of negative gearing capital gains tax, might you change
course? Well, it's not a current issue.
Even though it certainly is.
No,
it's on the front pages of every paper at the moment. When you say there are no plans to change
that doesn't mean it's real. That doesn't mean it's real.
But when you say there are no plans to change capital gains tax or negative gearing, could those plans change?
Well, if you ask the same question, Peter, you get the same answer.
Well, I'm not getting a response to it. So can I ask again, could those plans change?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're not listening, Peter. You've already asked it, and I've already answered it.
Yeah, but I'm asking. You said no plans, but could plans change?
Well, Peter, if you want to keep interrupting me, then this won't be. we won't get anywhere.
I fear we won't get anywhere. It's all about as clear as mud, hey? And given Labor's broken promises on tax cuts, power prices, interest rates and the cost of living, it could end up anywhere. This comes after Labor's $3.5 billion electricity rebate trick failed to con the Reserve Bank into thinking inflation was beaten. So we're stuck with higher interest rates still. Yet the Climate and Energy Minister, Chris Blackout Bowen, has taken to Twitter claiming victory. Bowen quotes the Australian Bureau of Statistics figures to claim that Labor has pushed power prices down by 14% in 1 year, the biggest ever drop. How about that, he says? Electricity prices are heading in the right direction. But if we go to the ABS figures, if we go to the source document, we get the full picture, the reality. The very next line, which Bowen did not quote, makes clear it is not cheaper prices at play, but government subsidies. The combined impact of Commonwealth and state rebates drove the annual fall in electricity prices. Yet Labor promised to lower electricity costs, not use our own money, taxpayers' money, to artificially help pay the bills. This graph in the same ABS statement shows what power prices would look like without Labor's temporary election year rebates. Yeah, the real costs are up 17%, so they're coming our way sometime. If Labor wasn't spending other people's money, they wouldn't know what to do. The Prime Minister earlier today was pressed on whether his word could be trusted on negative gearing, given his record on tax cuts.
2 words there, no plans. Problem is you've said this before and then changed course. Might you do it again?
No, Pete, what we did with our income tax changes was to deliver a tax cut for every Australian.
Yeah, but you lied doing it. You lied. You were deceptive doing that.
Guess what, Pete? Well, if I did, so did Peter Dutton, because they voted for it.
Okay, so
they voted for it.
But might you be lying again on this?
They voted for it. No, and I don't accept the premise of your question, Peter. What happened, very clearly, was that there was a massive change in circumstances.
The old massive change in circumstances. Didn't he get elected because he promised to fix that cost of living crisis? It sounds like he's trying to say he's not really responsible.
Albo says he's not responsible, not responsible. He can't answer for the wrong things he gets up to. He thinks is not responsible, not responsible.
Well, I'll tell you what Anthony Albanese is responsible for. He's responsible for getting his government into gear and telling his own MPs and voters what on earth it's doing and why it deserves to be re-elected. And he'd want to get cracking.